Paul here, and in this video I'm going to cover the topic of hosting your videos. Here I am on the homepage of YouTube, which receives apparently 1 billion unique visitors per month. So if you have got a company or a product that lends itself to an audience around the world, then you couldn't get a better hosting platform. YouTube offers you the ability to build your own channel. You can host as many videos as you like, and you can use it obviously to do video content marketing, to send people from your videos back to your website. So that's all to the good. You might say to yourself, well, I am an accountant based in Croydon, so YouTube is not really a good way for me to do content marketing. That's not necessarily the case, because what you can do is you can build an audience. It doesn't even matter if it's a worldwide audience. They're clearly not going to be customers of yours if they're in Australia. But by creating videos, say, on the difference between cash accounting and accrual accounting, as an example, or if it's a solicitor, you might explain what enduring power of attorney is, and when you would take it out and how long it lasts for. You can cover those kind of general topics, and if you get lots of views and lots of likes, Google's algorithm, because Google owns YouTube, will take that into account. It will see those likes and views as social proof that you are supplying good content, and you can embed those videos into your website's pages and into the blogs, and hopefully that will help, well, almost certainly that will help you build your way up the rankings when somebody searches for solicitors or accountants in Croydon. That's the reason you would do it. A feature of YouTube's service that a lot of people are not that familiar with is the fact that they have good analytics on their videos. So here we are looking at the analytics for a video that I created some while back, and so what we have up the left hand side of the graph is the percentage of visitors. I don't know how it ever gets up to 120%, but that's the percentage of visitors, and then across the other axis of the graph is the number of minutes that the visitors have stayed with this video for. Now you see it goes down a lot, and by the time the video finishes I'm only on about 13% of what I started out with. That is not at all unusual for any video, and the reason is that people decide that actually it's not the kind of video they were looking for. Or if it's an educational video, if you're teaching somebody with a video, there comes a point when they say, all right, I get it now, and they don't see why they should hang on until the end. Everybody's in a rush, we're all time poor, so you lose your visitors. But what is worth knowing is this: if we look at this graph, you can see here at I don't know, 1 minute 50, I've got 63% of the audience are still with me. But then we get this quite steep step, and I've seen a lot steeper, where I lose 12% of the audience in a very short period of time. Now what you might do if you're trying to sell somebody something with your video or talk up one of your products, you might revisit that video, go back and get to a point just before you lose that 12% of your viewers, and say something or do something in the video that attempts to retain them. You might say something like, oh, by the way, coming up in just a minute's time I've got something that will really knock your socks off, and then upload the video again and see what happens to that graph, and you probably wouldn't find that steep step down. So that's the power of analytics and why you might do that. The downside of YouTube, of course, is that everything is public domain. So if you take a website like mine, where I'm swapping your email address for these educational videos, if I've got all my emails on YouTube, why not go to YouTube and watch them instead of giving me your email address? There are reasons why you might still give me your email address, and that is because YouTube is not always that coherent. You can find one of my videos, say video number 4, but then how easy is it to find video number 5? It can be a little bit messy when you're on YouTube, unless you're actually in my channel, unless you've arrived at my YouTube channel and you're looking at my playlist of videos, then you might get the right sequence. So YouTube is not public, or rather is public and can't be made private. Other downsides to YouTube are the fact that you've got competitive advertising running alongside your videos, and also multiple distractions. You might go to YouTube to find out what accrual accounting is, but end up watching a football match instead. That is the nature of YouTube, and that is one of the downsides for sure. So it's something to be weighed up, but generally, if you're content marketing, if you just want to make a name for yourself, then YouTube is the way to go. Just one tip if you are uploading stuff to YouTube, and that is most people, when they put videos on YouTube, fail to put the right information in order for YouTube to find your videos. So what you must do is, in the title of a YouTube video, make sure that you put a keyword or key phrase. How to plot a novel would be a key phrase. That's something that somebody would put into the YouTube search box if they wanted help in coming up with a plot for a novel. Secondly, people often don't put anything much in the description. Now you have up to, I think, 300 words available to you. Nobody much reads the descriptions, but you can put key phrases in the description, and you can also put links in there, or you must put a link in there if you've got any sense, back to your website. So you want one link maybe at the front of your at the beginning of your description, maybe another link at the end, and that's the way to make use of that. And lastly, when you are writing a blog post, you tend to have to keep your key phrases in a blog post down to one phrase, maybe one at the beginning of a blog post, one towards the end. In YouTube it's different. They invite you to put key phrases in or keywords in, and you can put up to 20 in. So that's what you should do. Anything that somebody might use in order to search for your video, then put it in there, and make sure you do this habitually and don't forget to do it. Okay, moving on. Another alternative for hosting would be the likes of Vimeo. For Vimeo Pro, which is what you would go for, it's around about £160 per year. You can upload up to 1,000 gigabytes worth of videos. They come out generally at better quality than they do on YouTube, and they can be private. In other words, you can password protect them. So if you've got a website like mine where you don't want everybody to be able to watch your videos, then this is a potential solution for you. Bandwidth is not limited. You don't have to pay extra if you get thousands of views. It's all included in your £160 a year. So this is not for an out and out content marketing. You would use this most likely if you've got a website where you're selling or providing for free educational materials in exchange for an email address. And the last solution I'll offer you, and it's not the only one, or there's not only 3 out there, there are probably quite a lot more, but Amazon S3. Not too many people are aware of the fact that Amazon offers cheap hosting, not just for videos but for any files. You can back up all of your computer onto Amazon S3. You can host websites from there, you can host videos from there. It's just server space they're offering, and it's well known to be very cheap, and it's fast server space. The downside to S3, you can make it's private as well, by the way. That's the other thing to it. So you can make it such that only people who have paid to watch your videos or are members of your website can watch the videos. The downside is that it's not as simple to set up as the other options that I've given. I'm not saying you need to be an out-and-out techie, but you do need to focus on it. You do need to read up or watch videos on it, and I'll stick a couple of videos underneath this video. I'll add a couple of links to videos on YouTube where people explain about Google S3 and how to set things up. Last thing I'll say about all forms of hosting, no, let's stick to YouTube, is that YouTube doesn't allow you to put your own logos in the video. But if you have a website and it's running on WordPress, WordPress allows you to add plugins. There are thousands of plugins to choose from, and they give you extra functionality from your website. And there's one particular plugin that I know of, I'm not saying it's the only one, but it's called Simple Video Pro by Nick Lapola. And what that enables you to do is when you if you host a video on YouTube and embed it into one of your blog posts or one of your other website pages, it enables you, when the video is being viewed on your website, not if somebody goes to YouTube and watches it, but when the video, an embedded video from YouTube, is being viewed on your website, it enables you to put your logo on your videos, which is important for your branding. And you can also add buttons into the video, so that, let's say you're doing a sales pitch and you get to a point where you think you've got the customer way up there, you're ready to make the sale. You can say to them, well, if you like the sound of this particular product, click on the button just below now, and that will take you to the sales page, and you can pay me $399 or whatever it is, and you can have those embedded buttons right within your videos. And I'll supply a link to that in case you do have a WordPress site and you're interested in pursuing that. I'll supply a link to that under this video as well. So there you are. I've covered 3 potential hosting solutions, each with its own pros and cons. I hope that's been of use to you, and you can make the best decision for your company.